Live from Denver 7, this is 7 News.
Still ahead on 7 News Saturday morning, some cool ways to beat the heat. Ideas for creating an oasis in your own backyard, how to get it done. When our landscaping expert joins us next. When it's hot, how about cooling off in your garden with a refreshing waterfall or maybe a decorative pond? Joining us this morning is Karla from Associated Landscape Contractors of Colorado. So Karla, thanks so much for coming in.
You bet.
Now we're talking about water features and you say anyone can have one.
Anyone can have one. It used to be, probably about 10 years ago that not everyone could afford to have one. And within the last 10 years, a lot of things have changed and a lot of new options have come up. And one big one is a pondless waterfall, and it's really opened up the market where the budget has come down, and it makes it more affordable so that most anybody can have one now.
I'm trying to picture the pondless waterfall.
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
Okay, so a pondless waterfall is basically you can have any kind of waterfall you like, but you don't have the open body of water at the bottom, so it opens up a safety feature that if you have children, small children, you can actually put the water feature in the backyard now and not be worried about the hazard of a child drowning.
Yep, and we're looking at a picture of what looks like a waterfall. Is this some of what you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, it's just beautiful. Now, can you have a water feature without wasting a lot of water?
Absolutely. There's many options with that, and the first option I would say is I actually designed them specifically so that you don't have to worry about the water wastage on it. I call them a water-wise water feature.
How does that work?
Well, what I do is if I know it's a windy area or if we want to be real conservative with water, I actually design the waterfall so that the water stays where it actually stays on the rock more. So it's not going to leave the rock, it's not going to be more dramatic where the wind's going to catch it and it's going to blow out and evaporate so much.
Okay. So what other types of considerations might people want to think about if they're considering putting in a water feature?
There's a few. The first being the location in the yard. We want to make sure that it's going to be in an area that's going to be close in enough that you're going to interact with it. We don't want to have it so far out in the yard that you're going to see it, but you're not going to go out and interact with it. So we want you walking around. We want to have bridges and seating areas. Ideally, you let it be a focal point in your outdoor living area is the good way that I like to look at it.
Well, not to mention it just can bring such a nice feeling to you, a sense of calm, can drown out some of the traffic noise if you live on a busy street or something like that.
And just our day-to-day lives.
Absolutely.
It is nice to sit next to it and drink coffee, watch the sunrise, and sit next to your water feature.
A bit of a stress relief there. Now, what if you have pets? Because a lot of us do.
Yeah.
I mean, do we need to make some considerations, like if you have a dog who usually is in the backyard, should we put a water feature in the front yard instead?
No, you just want to take it and design it in. Basically, I've actually designed features specifically for the animals more so than the homeowners a lot of times.
Really? So you can even make features that the homeowner can enjoy, but so can the pets. They can kind of run through and it won't hurt it.
And the big thing is if you've got a larger dog, you want to make sure that you're setting stones that are big enough that they're not going to move around.
That makes sense.
And I've actually designed them where we've got them, the rocks are set exactly right for the dogs to be running around and be able to interact, and they could be in the water feature and it's no problem.
Very
and
neat.
The kids as well, especially with the pondless waterfalls.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
And finally, I know we're getting close to our time limit here, but as far as maintenance go, that might be something that has people hesitating to make a water feature. What kind of maintenance are we talking about?
You know what, with a pondless water feature, typically on the ones that I maintain, it's usually about 5 minutes a week on a pondless waterfall and about 15 minutes a week on a pond. And the big thing with that is the more plants that you have, the less your maintenance is, because the plants help to lower the maintenance by soaking up excess nutrients in the water that causes algae.
Okay.
So more plants is less maintenance.
Yeah, win-win that way.
Yes.
All right, Karla, thank you so much for coming in this
Bet.
morning and
Thank you.
offering some really great ideas. And for more information, you can log on to thedenverchannel.com. Click on that big red TV button, and we do have a link to the Associated Landscape Contractors of Colorado's website.